Hello and welcome to glennzb TV, the show that puts glennzb into your virtual headset. I'm bringing New Zealand to the world, and the world to New Zealand. And this is really getting out of hand. This has gone international now. This whole, the we don't like your statue business. Because now we've got somebody, an activist called Shane Tipo, who says the Nixon Memorial in Otahuhu, or Otahuhu, or Otahu, depending on where you were born and how you were raised. That memorial commemorates Colonel Marmaduke George Nixon, who commanded the Colonial Defence Force Cavalry during the Waikato War of 1863 and 1864. Basically, this guy went round and butchered a whole lot of the natives. And of course, now the natives aren't that happy that there's a statue. It's not really a statue. This is it here. It's a big, pointy, phallic, compensating for a small penis kind of a thing there. But anyway, once that taken away and replaced with something else, I think, look, the people keep getting offended by statues. I mean, mostly in the southern states of America, obviously, where they put up those very cheaply built ones. Back in the sort of the late 50s, early 60s, when the Ku Klux Klan were running around, they don't really have any historical importance, those statues, of course, so they should be taken down. But anyway, the point is, statues are dumb, and we should have more of these, more bucket fountains. This is the one in Cuba Mall in Wellington. Now, for overseas listeners who haven't been to Wellington, how this works is water goes into some of these buckets at the top, and then they tip it into the and most of it misses. Most of it just goes straight back down to the bottom. But you can see how it was supposed to work. It's the stupidest thing ever, and we all love it. That's what they should have instead of statues. Now, haven't done this for a while. We're learning geography through current events. Because, of course, we all got to work this morning and found out that nobody had heard from Barbuda for ages. Because Irma had slammed into it. And we all immediately thought, wow, spell check has changed Bermuda to Barbuda. But no, Barbuda is in fact an actual place. It always sort of gets lumped in with Antigua, of course, doesn't it? Yeah, Antigua we've heard of, but not so much Barbuda. So what do we know about Barbuda? Well, it has a 17-mile beach. I'm not sure if it is a beach that is actually 17 miles long or they just call it that. Like 4 Mile Beach and 90 Mile Beach. None of those beaches are actually as long as they say they are. I find it hard to believe that this beach is 17 miles long if nobody's heard of this island. But anyway, it's a stunning stretch of pink-tinged sand, which separates the Barbuda Lagoon from the Caribbean Sea. And apparently it pleases even the most hardened beach connoisseurs. This is according to FaxKing.com. There's a frigate bird sanctuary there. The words apparently hammock, hurricane, tobacco, barbecue, and canoe all are derived from the local dialect. There you go. So they know hurricanes. It'd be a shame if they've disappeared because of one. But perhaps one of the specialties on this island is rice pudding. So they probably had it coming, to be honest. But perhaps the most interesting thing is there's a thing on Barbuda called the Derby Sink Cave. It's one of its most intriguing natural features. It's often described as a cave, but really, it's a sinkhole, which is more than 100 meters across. So when your most famous tourist attraction is a hole, hey, welcome to Barbuda. Come and have a look at our hole. I don't know, and come and eat some of our rice pudding. I don't know. And, we haven't heard from them, but how often do we hear from them anyway? Anyway, I hope they're all right. Now, the worst thing that could possibly happen is, of course, finding out that you might be Australian. This is what has happened to Jane Golightly, who is a Whangarei District Councillor. She stepped down after finding out that she's actually not a New Zealand citizen, but she's Australian. Oh, no. If I found that out, I would probably... I don't think I'd have to kill myself because I think I'd just spontaneously die of embarrassment if that happened. And finally, it's quite a good invention, but I feel like we could go a step further. The winner of the Dyson Awards last night, which is it's our you've come up with a really cool invention award, is a tool for docking lambs, doing it a better way, which is easier for the farmers and easier on the lambs themselves. So it snips off their tails. I just can't help thinking, can we not go a step further and genetically modify the lambs so they don't grow tails in the first place? I mean, we've got seedless mandarins, for Christ's sake. Why can't we have lambs with no tails? Is that too much to ask? No tails and more racks, more lamb racks on your lamb. That'd be better too. I am glennzb. All these things I'm sure are possible. We live in an enlightened age of technology. Thank you so much for having me in your virtual headset. Another great invention. I will see you back here again tomorrow for more.